Okay, so anyway, I'll upload it. All right, so welcome to today's session. So today we will dive deep into the depths of chakras and how they work in the body. Um, and I have made a short presentation, and then we will do the uh, stepwise chakra meditation in there. So, what is chakras and what are we actually going to meditate upon? Okay, so the chakras are energy centers. Okay, so let me open the presentation here. Okay, here we go. So, they are the energy centers in the body and they are linked to the adrenal glands. Okay, so it is called Sat Chakra Yoga. So, there are 7 chakras and it's called as the Sat Chakra Yoga because they connect to the different functions, physical and logical, no, physical and, and psychological functions of the body. By connecting to the various glands that you see. Hmm? So what this does is, okay, one moment here. I just have to, uh, okay, here. Okay. So the chakras actually connect to the different glands. And what do they do? Now, in our body, what is our body made up of? Okay. What is our body made up of? Five. First of all, it's the 5 elements. The 5 elements are dosa, vada, batata. No, they are earth, water, fire, air, ether. Now these elements combine to make the kapha pitta vata. The air and ether, that is the vata. Water and fire, that is the, you know, pitta. And water and earth, all these things, they combine. There is the kapha. So kapha pitta vata, the body needs to be in balance. At the same time, our body is powered by the vayus, the airs, the 5 airs in the body. Now, what these chakras do is each one has a center for an element and a certain activity, certain levels of consciousness also. Very interestingly, these chakras are also connected with the levels of lokas, the upper 7 lokas. Right? What are the upper 7 lokas? Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha, Jana, Tapa, and Satya, right? All these 7 lokas. And it is said from the lower consciousness to the higher consciousness. So if we see the root chakra is connected to, actually it's not, it's connected to the adrenal glands, flight or fight response, the earth, the heaviest element, the base energy, existential energy, the base chakra. And as you go higher, so that is the earth element. So then the next is water. So Swadisthana Chakra. So now that is connected to the sexual organs, water, okay, and the balance of water in the body. Now, the stomach chakra, the navel chakra, is connected to uh, the fire element. So it's connected to the fire element. And the heart chakra is connected to the air element. Now, what does fire element do? Fire element deals with digestion and heat in the body. Now, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Aham Vaishwa Naro Bhutva Praninam Deham Ashrita. In the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, he says, one who meditates on this fire, on the heart, on the navel chakra, this fire chakra, he gains mastery over digestion. He can digest anything in the body. Now, the heart chakra, heart is where the prana is. The soul is said to be situated in the region of the heart. Your mind is just big enough to cover the soul. It's like a bubble. You can imagine the soul like in a bubble. So when you die, this bubble ploop, goes out of the heart and it goes to the next body. This bubble also rises up to the, when the yogi raises his Vayu up to the Brahmarandra, where you have the Shikha, from the heart it rises up. So the heart is the seat of prana. If you see Prabhupada's commentary in the third canto, he explains that the prana, the seat of the beginning of prana, is the heart. So heart is appropriately, heart chakra deals with air, Vayu. Now, what is the functions of air in the body? What is the function of air in the body?
Breathing.
Breathing, yes. What does breathing do? What are the two important things that breathing does in our body?
Like um, you take inside and you release. Like right. Inhale, exhale.
Yes. Air, it does two critical things in the body. One, energy, right? The oxygen. It takes in, throws out carbon dioxide, the energy. Second, it carries thought from the mind to the body, right? Your mind tells you, let me cook pakoda. Right? Now the desire comes in the heart, right? The desire doesn't come in the hand. But how does the desire from the heart, from the mind, convert into action? What needs to be done? So mind thinks, oh, to make this pakoda, I need this flour, I need this, right? How? So from the mind, there is something called as pranavaha and manovaha nadis that come out, air. Apart from the gross channels, energy channels, we have food channels, we also have subtle channels, sukshma. Okay, subtle channels, sukshma. So this subtle channels of energy, so that is called as pranavaha and manovaha nadis.
Prabhuji,
Yes.
also when we breathe, we can also smell the food. What
Yeah.
tastes with it?
Yeah, so that is definitely there. So breath has a lot of functions. Transfer of sensual perception, transfer of energy, right? So what I am talking about, from the mind to the body, the transfer of thought, so that is also transfer of perception, right? What the mind thinks to be converted into a perceivable action, and what the senses give an input to convert it into a perceivable thought process. Okay. So now, if you look at it, that is the heart chakra, and then the throat chakra. So the throat chakra is the ether element. So ether is the element for sound. Ether is the element for sound. Now this sound, this ether, okay, one moment. I have to just send the link. I just invited somebody. So ether, the sound element, what it does, that is where all the thought begins. Ether is where all the thought starts, and every action, behind every action there is a thought, there is an emotion. So that is facilitated by ether. Now in imbalance in any of these elements can cause imbalance in the body. So that's when the corresponding chakra gets, or the corresponding gland gets disturbed. Now, have you heard about thyroid problems? Right? Have you heard about thyroid problems?
Yes, yes, Prabhu, very much so.
So, what does that mean? Hmm? So, thyroid problems means your thyroid gland is not working properly. Then pituitary gland. I dealt with one lady. She had a operation, and then she had a pituitary gland problem. So she was very depressed many a times. Then by certain mudras and asanas, we got it back. It took some time, but it takes a lot of effort. Similarly, pineal gland, it's here, it's right in the middle here. And it is activated by the crown chakra. So these chakras, these glands, so there is a very deep connection. So similarly, the bhur, bhuva, swaha, all these lokas. So the higher your level of consciousness, the more these chakras are activated. So more these chakras are activated. Now if you see here, okay, let us see here. Yeah. So you see adrenal, this is a more actual depiction. The adrenal glands, the sexual organs, water element, pancreas, that is your digestion with the fire element, thymus gland in the heart, then the thyroid gland, that is the ether. So this is earth, water, fire, air, ether, ether, ether. Okay. Now, very interestingly, I found that all these chakras, okay, all these chakras have something very interesting, and let me share you a beautiful picture that I have. Wait a moment, I have to just open that up. So this one, so there is all these chakras, all the 48 letters of the Sanskrit Varnamala, they are in the all the letters there. Here it is, yeah. So it's just let me pull it up. Okay, here, yeah. Okay, here, this one. Okay. So this one I want to show now. And when I do this chakra meditation, it's very wonderful. I got a lot of faith in this. After I healed a couple of people, I was treating on diabetes. Couple of people I was treating on even knee pain issue by these mantras. Now, it is said in the Sanskrit Varnamala that the root of all letters is Om. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Om ityakshara, right? I am Om. But he also says, I am A among all letters. But the Om is the origin. Now, if you look at these petals of these chakras, okay, if you go from the root, that is 4, 6, then you add 4, 10, then you add 2, 12, and then 4, 16, and here it is only 2 petals, and here it is 1000 petals on the head. So if you see the base chakra, the earth element, then this is water, right? 6, it is orange, this is yellow, blue, indigo, sorry, this is green, this is blue, and this is indigo. Now, if you look at Sanskrit Varnamala, now let us look at the Ajna Chakra is Om, okay? Now look at Vishuddha Chakra. Now Vishuddha Chakra begins with A, I, U, R, R, L, R, R, E, I, O, Aha. So the initial Sanskrit Varnamala is here in the Vishuddha Chakra. Then you go to Anahata Chakra, that is the heart. Anahata means sound which is produced without any cause. In one sense, transcendental sound, but that is Anahata, the heart. Heart is the seat of prana, heart is the seat of the Atma also, Paramatma also. Now you see here, Kakha Gaghanya, Chacha Jajjanya, Tattha. So the Varnamala continues. And Tattha, it ends here and Daddhana. So the next Manipura Chakra, as you go down, Daddhana. Tattha Daddha Na Paffa. Babbhama Yarala Vashashasa. So those who are familiar with Varnamala, like English, you have A, B, C, D to Z. This is how the Sanskrit letters progress. Very interestingly, the chanting of these Sanskrit letters also activates these chakras. And the elements it balances. One of my healing sessions, so I was dealing with one of my clients who had a gap in the muscle which is connecting to the knee, and we were doing yoga. He was slowly healing. He's almost healed now, and there was like a gap in between the muscle and the bone. So there was a gap, so air gap. So he was trying to, so we were trying to, they were suggesting surgery. I said no, let's do yoga and chanting. And when we did this, he said he felt a vibration there. So I did this whole chanting with him, and as it did, day by day the gap started reducing. The sound cleared the gap. I don't know how, but it was amazing that these sounds, they balance the elements. So the Sanskrit Varnamala, there is something very special. So, but they are chanted, these letters are chanted with Om, because the Om is the root. So when I chant so when I chant Om, we know. Now when I chant here, you see it ends with you see a deep vibration here. Now, very interestingly, in the Sanskrit ragas, in our Vedic ragas, we see them and we make fun. In India, we used to make fun of them. We used to make fun of them. And after I actually went through this, then I realized the deep understanding of these, how these mantras, they deeply activate the chakras. How these Sanskrit letters, what we call akshara, they activate. So they have a Bija Mantra, like here the Bija Mantra, so it begins with the root lam. So when we chant that, la, the vibration should be there. Actually, you'll feel very fresh when you chant. So there is the root la, va. So similarly, va. So similarly, then you have ram, yam, ham, and om. And for the Sahasrara chakra also, it om holds good. Now, these letters, they also deal with a lot of healing. Like the letters japa, right? The two letters japa, we say jap. Why we call japa? Ja means to janma janmantara, right? To get out of the births. Pa means to get out of it completely, liberated from the cycle of birth and death. So japa. So these letter combinations, each letter we can do a seminar that they mean so much. So Krishna says of letters, I am a. So Aum also, that is the word he mentions, and every letter is chanted with Om here. So we balance all the 5 elements. So when we balance the 5 elements and we do the proper mudras, air is also balanced, earth is also balanced, ether is also balanced. And if we do this on a regular basis, many psychological issues can be healed. Now, in the Bhagavad Gita and the Yoga Sutras, mention a common enemy. Who is that? It is not coronavirus. Any idea? Who is our biggest enemy?
Is it
Mind,
mind
It's our own mind.
our own mind.
It's our own mind. Because it is said our mind can do more damage than anybody else can do to us. So you are living with your biggest enemy. So nobody can harm you as long as your mind is. So what does that mean? Patanjali in the Yoga Sutra gives a very beautiful answer in the end. Of course, it is all are connected, the Bhagavad Gita and Yoga Sutras, because Yoga Sutra Darshana is just before the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna completes, because all the darshanas, the Vedanta completes all the darshanas. In the yoga, he says, there all these analysis is very deep. And Krishna, of course, gives the conclusion. He says, when we are in this life, what we carry in our mind is a remnants of many lifetimes. And we carry so many good and bad, mostly bad. In Kali Yuga, if we are born, mostly bad habits we carry. Now, as we practice our yoga or Krishna consciousness, yoga means we think asana, but yoga means yoga. Connecting with God is yoga. So bhakti yoga, karma yoga, so it's a yoga. So the central theme is yoga. He says that when you progress in the path of yoga, of connecting yourself to the Supreme, the only thing that you should not trigger is your bad habits. again. You should get out of it and cultivate. So that is what we call anartha nivritti, overcoming all previous bad habits. Only then comes nishtha. Then your heart becomes fixed, because all emotions take place in the heart. Why? Because the mind is there. The soul is so tiny and it is covered by the mind in the region of the heart. So all the emotion takes place here. So that is why we say Hridayantasto hi abhadrani vidunoti suhurat satam. So by hearing about names of the Lord, by practicing yoga, we purify the heart. And abhadra, that which is painful to the heart, right? So we see, if we are envious, when we look at somebody, all the feelings are taking place here. So the process of yoga is to gradually open up, free up this heart. But when we become lax in our practice, when we become proud, when we become arrogant or any of these things, so then what happens? So when you are somebody takes to practice of yoga, it is said the mind is, it's like, you know this, where you put this, I don't know what do you call it. Dev Prabhu should tell me. What do you call that? Where you put this stone and
Oh, a slingshot.
slingshot, right? So exactly, slingshot. So what happens is the mind, as you are taking to the practice of yoga, the previous habits, they are going like that. They are trying to vent out. The more you keep them at bay, you should hold them as long as they do not become weak. If you hold somebody sufficiently, just like you tame an elephant, so they sufficiently tie it long enough so that it is tamed, right? After that it loses confidence. So your thought should lose confidence that they can vent out through you. You should. So that is why we say in yoga you need bala, you need strength. So this, why am I coming to this, is this chakra healing relates very much to cleansing all these previous things, and that's because they are to different levels of emotions. Remember, the base chakra connects with the bhuloka. The thoughts are in the level of bhuloka, bhuvarloka, janaloka, tapaloka, and maharloka, satyaloka. So it is said, as you go higher, your level of thinking, the higher the chakras you activate. And we will do that exactly today. And like I showed you this picture here, how do we activate? So that is why first we practice some asana. Okay. So before we do this, we practice some asana, which we did yesterday. We practiced a good bit of asanas. So the yoga practice, so first we do the asanas and then we do the pranayama. Now pranayama becomes effective when your asana is good. Because for the air, for the breathing to really have an effect, your overall body strength needs to be there so that it can hold the air. One of the signs of weakness in the body is a big belly. So a big belly is not a sign of prosperity, as they say. So we should try to, yogi means his chest should be stronger, right? When you breathe in, you breathe into your chest. Okay, get that into a habit. So when you do asanas also, when I do forward bend, I breathe into the chest region and my rib cage, and then, right, I don't blow out the belly. So when you breathe in like that, so that provides a lot of relaxation. Now your breathing itself can reduce your stress levels by 50-60%, very much. Now on top of it, what the next thing that bothers you is your level of thought, is the stress of thoughts, is your stress level thoughts. If your thoughts are very stressful, breaking, then what happens? According to yoga, the body is an extension of the mind. So, the more your mind breaks down or your mind becomes weak, just like what happens with food. So, when pizzas are presented, we cannot control. We need to have a bite at least, right? Our senses are not like, oh, I'm not going to eat. So, I'm going to stay healthy. No, it's not easy. You can, it's a question of practice. It's a question of, I don't. So, so the yoga is a process of withdrawal and healing. So, as your body gets stronger, the breath, and Patanjali says, Tasmin sati shwasa prashwasa yoho gati vichhedah pranayamaha. So, when your rib cage gets stronger, when your body gets stronger after the practice of asana, then you can hold the air better. What happens if you are able to hold the air better? Most diseases can be healed by a combination of asana, pranayama, and diet. So by the time you reach that, most of your diseases, laziness, weakness, they are all gone. And then comes meditation. Because what happens is that your breathing becomes deeper. You are very calm. So there are two things happening. One is that your breathing is getting deeper and your mind is calm. And if you can see, a calm mind induces the deeper breathing. When you are angry, how are you? How is your thoughts? Very fast. But when you are relaxed, how is your thought? Slow. And your breathing is also slow. You can go deeper. When there is not so much agitation at the surface, you can dive deeper. And this is all connected to equilibrium of the elements. It's not just, you cannot just have the mind concentrated in isolation. The whole body and mind ecosystem needs to be in balance. And that is what is balanced by the chakras. So the chakras balance all the glands, as you can see here. The adrenal glands, the flight or fight response. Then you have the sexual organs. You need to be really calm. We should not unnecessarily, we should be in the mode of goodness completely. So human life, we should be completely controlling our senses. Pancreas, our digestion. Today, diabetes is a pandemic, basically, because everybody is losing energy in the pancreas because of wrong diet and lifestyle. And the more I'm seeing what mode of goodness means in terms of diet and lifestyle, the more I can understand why our food is so poisonous today. Then you have the thymus gland in the heart region. So that is the prana. That is the seat of prana. That's from where all your emotions go away. And thyroid. So these thyroid, pituitary, pineal. Thyroid is responsible for all psychological and the physical functions. If you get too fat, too thin. So these are all thyroid. Pituitary and pineal, they have a lot of effect on intuition and emotions. Now, we will do this chakra meditation today because asanas we did yesterday. I don't want to spend too much time on that today. I want to get straight into that. Now, we do the mudras for the chakras based on the elements. Okay. So the earth, now your fingers represent the 5 elements. Now, very interestingly, the tips of the fingers, they activate. Okay, let's try this mudra first, the Jnan Mudra. Okay, let's just touch the tip of the thumb and the forefinger. Okay, Can we touch that? Okay. Now, do you feel the pulse? If you don't press too hard and not too soft, if you are gentle, firm enough, do you feel the pulse? Yes? As you focus on the pulse, gradually, if you focus on the pulse, you will feel a pulse also like a healing in this region, because this is the air element you are balancing. As you breathe in, now breathe into your rib cage. Okay? Don't breathe into your belly. Consciously try to breathe into your rib cage. And still focus on the pulse. Or you can keep it on the knee with the fingers pointing upward like this. I'm just giving you a sample of how to do the mudra, because when we do the chakras, we have to do these mudras. So this is called as the Jnana Mudra, the air element, because air is responsible for all energy and thought transfer, literally the logistics and energy department in your body. So it improves memory, calms you down, relaxes you. Okay. All right. So that is the air element. Now, similarly, we have the ether element. So that is the middle finger. So you can feel the pulse here also. If you touch gently enough, not too hard, not too soft. If you touch gently enough, you can feel the pulse here also. Now that is the ether. Now this is the earth. The ring finger is the earth. So if you touch the ring finger and the thumb, earth, earth element. And you should feel the pulse at the tip of every finger. So this is the earth. Once you get the pulse, then it's easy. Then you'll get the pulse in all the, and that's a sign you are getting into the deeper aspect of it. And then the last one is the water. Okay, now what happened to fire? Right, so this is water, earth, ether, air. The thumb is the fire, but how do you activate thumb? Fire element. So it is said earth and fire. So when you increase earth and then you decrease earth. When you decrease earth, so decrease is like this. So any element you want to decrease, you fold the finger. I want to decrease air element, so this is called Vayu Mudra. When I'm thinking too much, when my air is out of control, so then I do like this, right? When I want to meditate, I increase and balance the air. It doesn't go out of control when you do like this. It increases means when your air is low. But in general, it balances you. But when your air is too high, then you reduce. Those who have too much pain, that is increase in vata. So air and ether is vata, so you reduce. So basically, when you close like this, you reduce. When you hold the tips, you balance. Of course, this is all in my book, Healing Mudras, which is on Amazon. So I've given this science as the base for understanding how the mudras work. So they increase, you increase the element, you balance the element, and then you reduce the element by closing it. Okay, so that's how it works. Now, with the chakras, how do you focus on each chakra? You focus on the element, the mudra, the chakra, the mantra. So when you meditate on chakra, we want to balance the chakra. How is the chakra balanced? Of course, your physical position matters. So for the physical position to matter, little bit of asanas will help in general. We can do that tomorrow because I don't have to explain. Somebody has a question. Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So if someone has a gas problem, like passing of air, then this Vayu Mudra will help them?
Oh yeah. For gas especially, there is another mudra that is called as Apana Mudra. Okay. So this is Apana Vayu. See, the thing is, we deal with mudras at 4 levels. Okay. The first level is elements, earth, water, fire, air, ether. Second level is the Kapha, Pitta, Vata. Okay. Third level is the Vayus, earth, Prana Vayu, Apana Vayu. So downward air, right? Apana Vayu. The fourth level is chakra. So in my book, I have given the first 3 levels. The second, the chakra level, I'm putting it in my second book. So this gas problem, so basically it is Apan Vayu, weak Vayu, right? So there are two. So one is Saman Vayu, the air of digestion, right? So we improve digestion. So this is called Saman Mudra, where all the elements we balance. Okay, that improves your Agni. So we have to, and then to reduce the gas, we do Apana Mudra. Because Apan Vayu, the gas which should go out and should not go back, right? It should not fill your belly. It should go out and it should push the waste along with that. So Apan Vayu. Vayu Mudra is used when your air pressure, head, migraine, stress levels, that is also related to gas. Apan Vayu does help. But Vayu Mudra, controlling the air, reducing the air, balancing the air, controlling Vata and Vayu, it helps. Yeah. I hope I answered.
Thank you. Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. All right. So, Mataji had a question.
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji. So you did mention about diabetes. So you can also like reverse diabetes with like mudra, chakra healing, and
Very much.
lifestyle changes.
I got a testimonial few days ago. I shared it on Facebook. So it's a combination of asana, diet, and mudra, and you can bring it to normal. So it's a question of practice. So in medical science, they don't like to use the word healing. But in the Vedic science, in the book Yoga Rahasya, Nath Muni says, that which cannot be healed by anything else can be healed by the practice of yoga. So I have firm faith in that because I myself was my health was almost, I fell apart. Today I'm standing, speaking, everything because of my practice, by the blessings of the Lord, his devotees, and my Guru Maharaj's encouragement, my practice. And my sugar was so high. And today it's completely normal. It's just, and I don't take any medicine. I don't like, it's just the practice. And especially the mudra really reversed it. The mudra took the effects of it to the next level.
Mhm.
So
Thank
I
you.
do a 6-session course
Okay.
to healing. Yeah.
Mhm.
And we have presently about 3 or 4 people. But I do that on individual. So 6 individual sessions. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So now, as we see, like I said, the mudras, we deal with the elements, right? This is earth, water. Okay. Earth is ring finger. Water, Varuna Mudra. Now fire, like I said, this is fire. So I reduce the earth. Fire. Okay. Then air and ether. Just understand this as we practice. I will help you. I will guide you through that. Okay. And if we so all the chakras are activated by the sound and the element. So there are 2 things we will do. First, we will go from base to the top of these chakras with the base sounds. Okay, every chakra has a Bija Mantra. So first we will do from bottom to top with the Bija Mantras. Then we will go from top to bottom with the Sanskrit Aksharas. With all the Sanskrit Aksharas. Okay. So we are doing two things here. Okay. So now let me just so now I would like to, we can all sit. So now sitting, I usually like to sit in Padmasana. Now you can sit in any comfortable position. I don't expect everybody to sit in Padmasana. I will show some sitting postures right now. You can even sit on a sofa if that is comfortable, but you should be able to sit for comfortably for 30 minutes for our practice right now. Okay. And we will do from base to top the Bija Mantras 5 times. And then from top to bottom, all the chakras. A chakra, the letters. Okay. So let me just move this chair. Arrange the microphone. Okay. Can everybody still hear me okay?
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhu.
Prabhu.
What is that?
Yes, yes, yeah.
Sound is good? Okay.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. So let me, I like to sit in Padmasana. So the first option is, this is a little tough to sit for a long time, but I like this because this keeps your back straight, strengthens everything. But most people will not be able to do it. The next asana is the Siddhasana or Swastikasana. Prabhupada mentions this in 3rd canto. So you put the heel to the perineum, and this goes in between and here, and this goes in between here. So this is called as Swastikasana. This is easier. The next one is you put this and you put this exactly on top. Okay, so that is called as Siddhasana. So you can sit in any of these poses which you think, or if not anything, just sit in a pose where you are able to sit, like Prabhupada says, sit properly. Okay, so all right. So first we do the Bija Mantras, okay? And we start from the base chakra. Now the base chakra is 4 petals and the Bija Mantra is Lam. That is earth. And actually the Lord of Earth there is Brahma, is the creator. And then water, actually water is Lord Vishnu. Then this fire is nothing but Vaishwanara Agni. So again it is Lord Vishnu. Then the heart is Vayu, is Prana. And then there is ether, that is sound. Actually in every chakra there is a deity of Shiva, Lord Vishnu, in all these places. In the heart there is Paramatma. So when we chant these letters, so the Sanskrit letters are designed in such a way that all the energy levels within us, they are activated, okay? So first we do the Bija Mantra. So first one, earth, okay? So we do the earth balancing mudra. That is we touch the ring finger and the thumb. Now feel the pulse here and keep it down here, okay? Now you can chant first time. Listen, I'm going to chant each Bija Mantra 5 times. You can either chant with me. First time you can hear and then you can chant with me afterwards, okay? In the first one, we meditate on the creative energy of the Lord, the earth. It's a very wonderful illusion, wonderful creation that balances the adrenaline, flight or flight response. La. Now as you breathe in, breathe into your rib cage. So meditate on the brilliant root chakra at the root, at the perineum. Then the Swadisthana is a little above, in the lower abdominal region in between, around the backbone area, and there is one canal, the Shushumna Nadi, which connects the root all the way to the top of the head, where the energy flows. This energy is the healing energy. Now touch the little finger and the thumb. Now this is the water element. So water element is for the second chakra to balance the water. So we have to meditate. Our body is 80% water, 90%. So the Lord pervades as water, giving us energy. So meditate on the beautiful flow of water in the body. healing water in the form of blood, all these beautiful energy forms of water in the body. It's very unique, it's very wonderful to understand that nothing is under our control, and the Lord has created this body where the control is in these chakras. So the in charge of water actually is maintenance is Lord Vishnu himself. So meditate on a beautiful orange chakra at the lower abdominal level, and this beautiful chakra balances the water. The Bija Mantra is Vam. Now, let's go to the fire chakra. Now, for the fire chakra, you have to close the ring finger and cover it with the thumb. So, this ignites Agni in your body. This ignites the Agni in the body, the heat. Okay. And now meditate on the beautiful yellow chakra in the stomach region, which is healing. So this bright, just like the sun in your stomach region. So this is spreading heat, and we are balancing the heat by igniting the fire. And the Lord is Vaishwanara, Vishnu himself. Now we do the Jnana Mudra. Meditate on the heart, the air element. Balance the air element now. Feel the pulse at the tip of forefinger and the thumb. And the root. And meditate on your heart, balancing the heart. And the root mantra is Yam. Ya. Now relax the forefinger and touch the middle finger. This is the ether element. Ether element. Now focus on the ether element. Focus on your throat region. That is where the breath gets filtered and gets into your body. That is where you feel the pangs of hunger and thirst and healing in your body. Meditate on the throat region. Now keep your left hand there. Now the right hand middle finger. Now keep it on the forehead. So we are activating the Ajna Chakra with the ether element. Feel the pulse here. Now we are going to chant 5 times Om. Breathe into your chest. Hari That is the pituitary gland, Ajna Chakra. So now you have to touch on the top of the head here, the soft point, and if you touch the soft point softly, you will feel the pulse. Don't press it too hard, just gently touch. Gently touch, feel the pulse. Close the eyes. Now release the hand. Anjani Mudra. We meditate on all the chakras as the divine energy of the Lord, balancing all the elements. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Bhuminar apo nalo vayu khammano buddhirevacha ahankaram iti yamme bhinna prakritirashtada. So he is the controller of the 5 elements. All right. So now the next step here is to go to all the letters here. Now this will take about 15-20 minutes more. So shall we do it? What does everybody say? Everyone is ready? Are you inspired enough? How many say let's go for it? Everyone? Okay, I see one thumbs up, 2, 3. Okay. All right. So let's do it, because I want everyone to really feel good about it. So now that we came from base to the top, now from top to the base, so I will share this once again. Okay. So now we start with we did Om. So once again we start with the Om here. Okay. Now again, left hand in the Akasha Mudra, touching the thumb and the middle finger, and the right hand, middle finger, the Akasha Tattva, we're touching the Om. Okay, so we start with there. So we are touching here, the middle of here, the middle of your eyebrows. Okay, Ajna Chakra we are activating. Okay. Hare 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 Harihi Harihi Now both the hands, we touch the thumb and the middle finger. Now we continue to the throat chakra. Now meditate on the beautiful 16-petaled throat chakra. And as we chant each letter, beginning with A, A, I, we add the Om to each one. And we will find that this will activate the petals one by one. So we start. Now hands in Akasha Mudra. Now look at the letters here. I Aha. Now we go from the throat chakra to the heart chakra. So we transfer, we release the thumb and we touch the thumb and forefinger. We do the Jnana Mudra. We activate the air element in the heart, balancing the air element, keeping your back straight, touching the forefinger and the thumb, feeling the pulse at the fingertips. Now we release the forefinger and we activate the Fire Mudra by closing the ring finger and covering it with the thumb. Close the ring finger and cover it with the thumb like we did for the Fire Mudra. And we meditate on the navel, meditate on a beautiful blazing fire, healing digesting fire, because digestion is continuously taking place in the body, from food to blood to muscle to fat to the Ojas Shakti, powered by the Agni of the Lord. Da Dha. Na. Ta. Tha. Da. Na. Release the ring finger and touch the little finger and the thumb, the tips of the little finger and the thumb, the water element. Breathe into your rib cage and relax. Feel the calming down of water like a gentle, peaceful lake. Krishna says, even though so many rivers flow into the ocean, it is never disturbed. When the mind is upset, angry, there is waves and waves of angry waves in the body. Let them all heal. Now we touch the ring finger and the thumb. the tips of the ring finger and the thumb. Feel the pulse, the last 4 letters. Feel the balancing of the earth element. Now now let's do the Prana Mudra to energize. So this is like a bullet mudra. So you touch the little finger, the ring finger and the thumb, and open up the 4 fingers. Keep the back straight. For the next 2 to 3 minutes, just breathe in and out deeply, calm down. So this is called as the Prana Mudra. After you have balanced everything, now we energize the body. Om Pranaya Namaha. Om Apanaya Namaha. Om Vyanaya Namaha. Om Udanaya Namaha. Om Samanaya Namaha. Om Pranaya Namaha. Om Vayave Namaha. Om Mukhya Pranaya Namaha. Harihi Om. Touching the ring finger, little finger, thumb, feel the pulse in that region, deep breathing. Now relax your hands. Now gradually massage your face with your hands. Feel the energy, feel the relaxation. Calm down around your neck, face. Relax. And now join the hands. We'll do the final prayer. Om Asato Ma Sat Gamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotir Gamaya Mrityorma Amritang Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Dev Shanti. Antariksha Shanti. Prithvi Shanti. Apa Shanti. Loka Shanti. Shantirastu Dritirastu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hare Krishna. All right. So I hope everybody is feeling refreshed, energized. What's the verdict?
Fantastic. Thank you.
So the more we relax, the more we energize, we will feel a very, it's actually even in the most agitating moments, you can turn the tide towards your side if you are calm. So what it is calm, when I did this chakra meditation, when we chant Hare Krishna. So this is like basic level of calmness. Hare Krishna is even deeper, where we are very intimately connected directly with the Lord. So here we are connected with the elements. A is Krishna, Om is Krishna. But the direct name of Krishna is even deeper connection. So you can imagine when Brahman, when we are very calm, there's a lot of progress within. There's a lot of calming, healing within. So we have to always strive to be a yogi in our lifestyle. So that's why our tomorrow's session is Ayurvedic herbs and our direct cooking show. So we'll have a Ayurvedic herbal cooking program tomorrow. So invite all your friends for the feast. Of course, we cannot transfer by Zoom, but at least a visual healing feast tomorrow. Okay. So before we end, any questions, comments, anybody would like to ask? Share some, anything anybody wants to share?
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, is there any time to do these mudras? Like, maybe let's say we do yoga like Ashtanga yoga, before or after, or is there any particular time?
Okay. So now, in answer to that, I have this in my book.
Mhm.
So mudras, there are all benefits. Like at the end of this book, I have mudras for different things: stammering, ulcers, weight loss, diabetes, everything. Mm. Now, mudras can be effective anytime. So one of my students, he told me that the weight loss mudra. So this is the weight loss, Agni Mudra. I call it the weight loss mudra also. If you hold it like an hour and a half every day, just you're sitting around, just hold the mudra. He said without even changing any diet, he lost 2 pounds in a week. Of course, I'm not overweight, so it doesn't make any change to me. So, but for him, it did. However, those mudras which you are using to concentrate, yes, that time you have to sit and concentrate. But otherwise, those which are therapeutical mudras, you can do anytime. Right? So now I am trying to improve my digestion. So yes, Agni Mudra, improve your digestion. Those where I'm trying to eliminate gas, Apana Mudra, you can do it anytime. Okay. So theoretical mudras you can do anytime. Dhyana mudra should be done during dhyana. Puja mudras are for puja. And you cannot do puja mudra when I'm like taking a walk, right? It look funny. So, but I'm walking, I can do theoretical mudras, weight loss mudra, or I'm just trying to relax. Jnana mudra I can do. But jnana mudra, if I sit and do, I get more focus, right? Or I just want to balance all the elements. Samana mudra I can do. So there are different mudras with purposes, and depending on which one we want to do, we can do, given the time, right? All right. Yeah, they are effective at any time, but
Yes.
especially when done concentrated, they give better results. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah. Very
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
good. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, are there any special mudras to improve eyesight, Prabhuji?
Eyesight. Eyesight is Surya Vikshana Mudra. So I have a video on that. I do that 10 minutes every day. I go out, I look at the sun. So you can do like this or like this. So it takes a little bit of time. First, there is a glare, but if you just adjust the aperture a little bit, and if you see the sun, then the glare goes away. You see like a grayish ball, and then like a small glow around it. You can manage to see. After 10 minutes, your eyes will get to water. And that is the best because it improves the Agni in the eyes. The eyes are Agni Tattva, and your body digestion is also Agni Tattva. So that was, I was writing my second book. So I was looking for something to energize the whole body. This improves the digestion of not only eyesight, but also the Agni Tattva improves your whole vitamin D levels and your energy levels also. So 10 minutes of Surya Vikshana Mudra is very powerful every day. But many of them are complaining it's winter, there is not so much sun. So I said, move to Las Vegas, you have sun every day. But anyway, even if you get 10 minutes of sun in the afternoon, it's still good.
Oh, okay, Prabhu. Okay.
Yeah.
And Prabhu, any mudra for astigmatism?
For what?
Astigmatism.
What is that?
Astigmatism.
Can you explain what is that? I may not be able to.
Oh, okay. Astigmatism, Prabhuji. Eyesight related astigmatism.
Okay.
Stigmatism.
What are the symptoms?
Okay, the cornea or the eyeball is in the formation is in the cylindrical shape or somewhat in the not in the usual manner.
Okay. No, this definitely helps because he's the if you see even in the Purusha Sukta, the Lord is the eyes of the Lord are the sun and the moon. So sun gazing and moon gazing are both very powerful because when you do the long distance gazing, it actually balances the aperture also. I have seen a very drastic change in my eyesight level with that. Very powerful. So I would say it helps at the eyes at all levels, even karmic change because it's Surya. Of course, I pray to the sun first. I just don't know, oh, this is sunlight. No, it is not some commodity. It is the Lord, Surya Narayana. So do it with a worshipful mode and then it works. Yeah. Even Trataka helps. Trataka is you keep the lamp at eye level, one hand distance, and you look at it. Your eyes water and it helps the aperture of the eyes also.
Yeah, Trataka we are doing, Prabhu.
Okay,
Trataka with coconut oil we are doing with the,
okay.
as you said, with the one hand of distance. We are practicing that.
Okay. Yeah, but Surya Vikshana you can add because Trataka is close by. Surya is long. So you get short and long sight both.
Oh, okay. Got it, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavata.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for a wonderful session, very useful. I'm doing for first time, so it's quite a revelation for me. So I have a quick question, Prabhuji. For thyroid, do you have any sessions or courses or any
Oh yeah,
recommendation?
we have a 6-session thyroid course also, so which is included as part of Ayurveda course. So we have because every problem we deal holistically. So even diabetes or thyroid, first we do a diet because without diet nothing will work. So first we change your diet.
Right.
And then the second session, then we do asana and the mudras which are required for that.
Right.
So thyroid imbalance can also lead to weight loss, weight gain, different things, So first we balance that with the diet.
Right.
And then we do the sequential mudras and the asana to support. So we have, see the Ayurveda mind body course. So we design it as per somebody's need. So we design it for diabetes, we design it for thyroid, and we design it for many other chronic issues.
Yeah. What's the duration of that course, Prabhu?
So what we do is we have 6 sessions. Now that is, we do it like either 1 class per week or 2 classes per week.
Okay, got it.
So like we have an interview, and then we give you a whole diet plan. So then we follow up with the diet. Then 2 sessions with yoga.
Right.
Then once you get it, we give you the recording so that you can practice.
Right.
Maybe a week or 2 later, as how you are progressing, so we follow up. So then, of course, we do 1 or 2 extra sessions also just to follow up with you after some time, how are things are able to maintain the results, Within 2 to 3 weeks, we see a result.
Oh,
usually.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll contact you regarding that. Thanks.
Yeah, sure, bro.
Good luck.
All right.
Prabhuji, joint pains related to Vata Is that related? Is that connected to the air element?
Oh, very much.
And
It is called Vata aggravation. Okay, I'll give you a very simple solution to joint pains, all joint pains in the body. Okay. Now, do you drink milk?
yes, Prabhuji.
You drink milk.
Yoga.
Okay. Now, if you drink milk the right way, all your joint pains can be gone. How is that? Now, this is given by Uttamaheshwari, and whomever I have given this solution, it has worked. Okay. Now, milk, fat free milk is the worst for health. That 2%, 3%, 0%, whatever. Milk means full fat milk. That is milk. Okay. Now we get Strauss full fat milk, which is pasteurized but not homogenized. It is pasteurized. Now this milk, when you boil, heat it up, the full fat milk at night, mix it nicely, foam it, add 1 spoon ghee, drink it standing. 2 to 3 months, all joint pains gone. Of course, I have mudras for joint pains also, because it is vata aggravation. So you control vata. There is a series. It's in the book. In the end, we have for joint pains. In the end, I have for many health issues, ulcers, hyperacidity. All those series are there.
Can you provide the link for that book, Prabhuji?
Yeah, okay. I can share it in the group.
And what is the name of the milk you said? The milk?
Any full fat milk.
Full fat milk.
Here the company is, Ashish just shared it to everyone, I guess. Yeah, it's here. Yeah, it's in the chat window. So you can
okay,
on the link right now. Yeah, and
is the A2 milk good?
A2 is good, but again, check the fat content. It's full fat.
Should be full fat.
Full fat, not 2%, 3%, and it should not be homogenized. It should only be pasteurized.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Thank
you. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam Jai Srila Prabhupada. On the point that you mentioned just now about drinking milk while you are standing, I think I heard sometime back that whenever you are drinking liquids or milk or whatever, it is better to sit and have it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it causes knee pains and all that. But now you're saying something which is opposite.
So this was also a oxymoron for me when I heard it. But Uttam Maheshwari said night milk usually, this is in Go Shastra. He gave an example. Now I forget the verse that he quoted. But it is in Go Shastra, it is given that if you have joint pains, then you should drink the milk standing. And it worked. I do it every night. Every night I do that because I do my rigorous yoga practice. I stretch, muscles get sore. Even sore muscles, joints, all the pains go away. I gave this to the temple president of Brampton. I forget his name. He had come to New Vrindavan. That time I was in New Vrindavan. And I gave this. Both husband and wife had severe knee joint pains. They went, drank for 6 months, and they said it completely relieved. And they came back the next year. And then I was doing a health seminar, and they both came forward and they announced before I started. So this man last year, he told us to drink milk standing and doing this. And within 3 to 6 months, our knee joint pains were gone. And he made the public announcement. So although it seems counterintuitive, but regarding milk, hot milk, especially at night, and milk should be drunk only at night, basically, and hot milk. Because it is said milk in the morning, it increases vata. And hot milk at night, it actually increases kapha and gives you good sleep, improves sleep, improves the prithvi, improves your strength levels also. So it is strange, but that is how scriptures work. But to drink water, you should never stand and drink water. That's what they say. If you stand and drink water, then it simply aggravates the Apana Vayu. Water just goes from below. So water should definitely be drunk sitting. I agree on that.
And even whoever don't have joint pains, for them also it is recommended to drink
Yeah,
milk in this way in the night.
it's very beneficial.
Okay,
Then it
thank
improves
you.
your joints. It will improve your joint strength.
Prabhuji, related to that same question, something related to the pain. Is it same for back pain also? Lower back pain? Constant?
Not exactly. Lower back is not like a joint.
Okay, yeah.
So
Yeah.
lower back pain is related to your hamstring.
Okay.
If your hamstring is weak, it's
Yeah.
not just the muscle. So the muscle and the connecting nerve.
Right.
So if your hamstring is strong and the nerve is strong, then it will work. But if the hamstring is weak, so that's when you get all the pain. And the base depends on your position also. Now I'm sitting in Padmasana almost like 1 hour and I feel great. So this strengthens your back. So your sitting position, your strength of your hamstring, all this matters. I wish I could sit more like this, but then you sit on computer, you cannot sit sofa or chair or something. But anyway, such positions. Usually people have lower back very weak. That's the problem.
Sedentary lifestyle, Prabhuji.
Sedentary life.
Occupation.
Exactly, yeah. And the overall circulation is weak. So daily practice of yoga is a must. Krishna says, Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena hitaya cha. Abhyasa means not like some people say, 3 days a week I do 4 hours exercise. Aisa nahi. Abhyasa means regulated practice every day. Routine every day. When my teacher told me that, that's when I realized every day hit the same point. Keep hitting, keep hitting. Vyavasayatmika buddhir ekeha kurunandana. Right? Routine, routine, routine. It might be boring, but then when you hit it, the quality, the depth, as you practice every day, every day, every day, your depth is deeper. Right? So it's not like 3-4 days or whenever we feel like we do a long practice and then we don't know. Minimum practice should be there. Yeah. So there are asanas. We do a whole yoga program for that to strengthen the whole body. So 1 or 2 months, if you do regularly, if you learn it, like a 20-minute practice, within 2 months, you can get a good practice for yourself. And then, so back pain it can be gotten rid of very easily. And you will never get it. If you strengthen your hamstrings and the lower abdominal muscles, it will never come. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. I'll contact you separately.
Yeah, sure. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
All right. So, any other comments, questions before we go?
Prabhuji, sorry, I couldn't join today on time, and I was not keeping well, and somehow I missed the most part of the session. So will it be available on your channel on YouTube?
Yeah. I recorded. I somehow wasn't able to stream. I don't know. It says you don't have rights. I don't know. My Zoom. I don't know. But I've recorded it. So after the session, it'll download. So then I'll upload it.
Prabhuji, heating milk, it should be done on a stove, right? Rather than a microwave?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Microwave is like putting poison.
Okay.
Microwave is, it kills everything in the milk. It makes it a mutant milk, Frankenstein milk. So milk should be heated in stove only, Agni Samskara. See, in Ayurveda, it is called Agni Samskara, not Micro Samskara. When you heat it with Agni's energy enters into it. When you heat it with microwave, then micro energy enters into it, So that Agni actually powers your energy, digestion. So microwave is like for fridge, whatever. Sometimes, rarely, you cannot heat it up again in a pot or this or that. But milk is a very important energizing commodity. It should be offered and it should be heated well and drunk slowly. Cold milk should never be drunk cold. Milk should always be drunk hot and slowly standing.
Prabhuji, what if you're lactose intolerant? Is there a alternative for
that? If you cannot take milk, this is a lactose intolerance. One of the things I can think of is because of the low fat milk. Okay, or in general your digestion is weak. So in that case, you can try little full fat milk, not lot, but quarter. Okay, the other alternatives for milk is this. My wife says maybe almond milk and other things, but they don't work as similar as cow milk. That's very different. In that case, because it's a kapha builder, you can definitely try other, but it should be cream rich. Other, you can look for those milk alternatives that are good in cream.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You mentioned the name of the milk that your
Buy here? Yeah.
Yeah.
In Vegas, I don't know. There is this Strauss, Strauss, Strauss. We went to not Whole Foods, to Sprouts, and that's where she found. My wife found that it was pasteurized but not homogenized. When the milk is homogenized, they kill the milk. It is only good for Starbucks. And Sunbucks or whatever, but not for anything else. But if you want the energy out of the milk, yes, then it should be whole milk. A2 milk also, but make sure I found it very thin sometimes because the fat content, I don't know. If you get the full fat content, it's better. Yeah. In some places, you get really raw milk also. Some states they allow, I guess, like Pennsylvania or something, but I'm really not sure.
Yeah, in California also nowadays farm fresh raw milk is available. Yeah.
Yeah, milk is
Is it okay to take raw milk which is boiled and warmed?
Yeah.
room
But
temperature?
you have to boil it again. But
Yeah.
Prabhupada said we should boil it 3 times.
3 times we should boil raw milk before consumption?
Yeah, it should be boiled 3 times.
Okay.
What is the theory behind that, Prabhu? Do you know?
So in general, in India, like fresh cow, here what happens is when they pull, a lot of bacteria also gets in, pus or these things, So until you boil it, all those things go away. So 3 times also milk, the more it is heated, it is better. So if it is your own cow, you take care of the cow, then you can drink raw milk also without boiling. So here the impurities are also there. Also the temperature, the heated, the milk is more digestible when it is hot rather than cold. Okay. All right. So we will close here then. Thank you all so much. It was a wonderful session. And
thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. So tomorrow our healing cooking session.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. So
Thank you.
We'll
Can I
see
ask
you
a
tomorrow.
question
One more
before?
question. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So when you had those different mudras, I was trying for the first time, and you mentioned about feeling the pulse, right? And I was happy that I located the pulse, but I felt it on my right hand, not on my left. But as we were chanting, the pulses were intensified. I don't know if that is normal.
Yeah. That's the purpose. Your
Okay.
concentration gets deeper.
Okay. And the left side, I couldn't feel it. Does that come later on with practice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just you have to keep practicing and touch the right spot. Once you hit the spot, then you will get it always.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right. Hare Krishna. See you all tomorrow then.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.